Hey guys, what's up? As you can tell by the title, this is going to be a bit of a heavy topic. Those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, or even if you haven't been subscribed to me for a while, if you've looked through the videos that I've made, you will notice that I have never really, actually no, I have never really touched at all on a racial topic. At all. Haven't talked about race, haven't talked about my views on that. There was a reason for that. The reason for that is because there are a lot of other YouTube channels and black people are talking about this stuff all the time. And quite frankly, and this is going to probably get a couple of people on their nerves. In fact, I'm pretty sure this entire topic is going to piss off quite a few people, but I'm really beginning to think that this topic of race is getting overrated. I'm not saying it's not important. It is still important, but it's getting out of hand. And that's actually a little bit about what this topic is going to be all about. Before I get into it though, just want to make a couple of really quick shout outs simply because of correspondences that I've had in the past. The recent past, whatever. Messing up my words. I'm trying to put this kid to sleep and getting tired, stuff like that. So, yeah, let me hurry up and get on with this so I can get on with the topic. First off, Agent Sword God, we've been talking, KD stuff. Keep it up. He's working on a project. I hope it goes well. Polar Ice Age, also shout out to you. Another KD guy making games. Eric Page, his channel's Eric Page 420. He recently subscribed to me. I've subscribed to him. He's got a lot of good stuff on there. And I like how, even though he's on the atheist side of things, he's trying to bridge the gap of reason between hardcore believers and atheists, and trying to show that at the end of the day, there really isn't much of an argument that should be going on there. He's an interesting dude. Just check his channel out. Yeah, I'll probably put a link up to his channel so you guys can check it out. I really like his stuff. And of course, Think More Pink. I'm always giving you a shout out because I like your stuff. Asrianak, of course, he's always cracking me up with his things. And I can never say this name. Is it the Q-Mod Vlogs? Q-Mod Vlogs. She's always putting out something interesting, and I like her correspondences, of course. So, alright, now let me get on with the topic, because I'm pretty sure you guys are like, what the hell are we watching this for? Well, we're going to go into a heavy topic. And we are. So, this whole thing on race. This stuff is getting on my nerves. And it's not just this is what I mean by it's getting on my nerves. Racism has always been a major problem in this country. Major freaking problem. Because of circumstances of different races coming in here. You had one group of Europeans coming in here wanting to carve out their territory and they saw it as their land. And then, of course, they enslaved another group of people and saw them as subhuman. And then they bring in another group of, another race, the Chinese, to work on the railroads, and they were treating them like dirt, and so on and so forth. The Indians, we all know what happened to them. So, we already had all this stuff going on through racial lines, but sooner or later we're going to realize that we're all in this country together, so we're going to have to live with each other. But because people were stuck in their old forms of view, and their own way of thinking, they just couldn't get along. It took us a long time to get to the point where we can be civil towards each other, and there's still hiccups along the way. As the fact that this is still a sensitive topic. We haven't gotten over it yet. And an interesting thing happened. Before, the minorities were just hardcore victims. There wasn't really much you could do if you didn't have pink skin. Then, after the Civil Rights Movement and things really started getting ugly and the rest of the world was looking at the U.S. going, paradigms of freedom, yeah right. Culture began to change its tune a little bit. And now I'm noticing something rather curious. Now it seems that white people are having to be somewhat apologetic at all times. You're finding this a lot. It's getting to be, well, then again, I'm not really too sure if it was to use the term in a somewhat urban slangistic sort of way. And when I'm saying urban, I don't mean black. I'm just simply talking down-to-earth urban. Sheesh. It's not cool to be white. I don't know if it ever has been. But now, more than ever, it's just not cool to be white. At all. There's a certain dorkiness applied to it. If the dorkiness isn't applied to it, then some type of evil is applied to it. They're the ones who caused all the problems in the world. They're evil. They're scum. Look at what they've done to these countries, and so on and so forth. And I think that's bullshit. Yes, a black man is saying that I think that is bullshit. Now, don't get me wrong. I know black people are going to be up in arms like, what the fuck are you saying that for? Any form of saying one race is better than another race, or this race is an evil race, or whatever, is bullshit. Remember, they've been saying that about brown-skinned people for quite some time, and we knew it was bullshit. So all of a sudden, now that the tables are turned, that's cool? You have any idea what this is doing to certain white people right now? They're getting a lot more paranoid. I usually peruse a lot of different channels in YouTube, and even though I don't subscribe to a whole bunch of them, obviously, there's some that I still keep an eye on. There you go. As I was saying, the channels that I do keep up with, sometimes I'll see other channels linked to it that will say something, a line, or that's kind of provocative to me, and I'm like, why the fuck would they say that? So I check their channel to see what type of videos they put up. Half the time it's just some idiot who never puts up videos at all, just being a troll, but other times you'll see somebody who seems pretty damn intelligent, but they're paranoid. Like, there are a couple of channels I'm seeing where people are getting paranoid because they feel that the white race is coming to an end. Because they're seeing, you know, that, number one, there's a stigma now, if you happen to have pink skin. And they think that the whole country is now out together. The Mexicans are coming in, taking in our country, and all these other people are here to wipe us out, and mixing marriages, and all this. People are beginning to lose their goddamn minds because everyone's getting reactionary on this because of what's going on. This is what I think the straight dope is. Number one, you're human, okay? I don't give two flying shits what amount of melanin you have or don't have or whatever. If you have, I've said this before in another video, if you have human DNA in you, you're fucked. End of story. I don't care what type of hair you got, how much brown or how little brown you have in your skin, what accent you got, what language you have, what culture you're supposedly from, what country you're from, what class you happen to be in. If you're human, you're fucked. Now, there are a few humans out there who are a little bit more enlightened and use their brains, but by and large, that's a small amount. You're human, okay? There is no sense whatsoever, especially in this day and age, to continue to cling onto notions of race as if it's some sort of badge of honor. And I don't give a damn what race you are. True, if you're going to be looking at certain country lines, okay, let's lay certain things down. Is it true that there's been a lot of advances done because of the so-called white race? And I'm really getting tired of that term. It's pink, it's not white. Yeah. Europeans have done quite a bit, Caucasians have done quite a bit, but then again, it's not the whole fucking race that has it. There are a few brilliant people, a whole lot of losers. For those white guys who are still trying to talk about, oh, we're brilliant, we're a better race, walk through a trailer park sometime. Brown-skinned people, or, you know, what we call black ones, did we contribute a lot to the world? Hell yes. Should I mention Egypt? Should I mention that, you know, some of the first cultures were in Africa? Yes. Hell, there wouldn't even be traffic lights in this country if it wasn't for a black guy. Look it up. But, does that describe every single last one of us? You know that's not true. For any one brilliant person, there's like a whole bunch more that are just plain stupid. Is it a race thing? No, it's a human thing. Because most humans are fucked. Chinese have contributed a hell of a lot. Well, I shouldn't just say Chinese. I'll just say Asians in particular. Chinese, Arabs. Yes, Arabs are Asian. Indians, Japanese, Koreans, whatever. They've contributed a hell of a lot. Algebra, Arab thing. Paper, silk, certain Eastern philosophy, martial arts, Chinese and Japanese. They contributed a hell of a lot. Our diet today has been altered a lot by Asian culinary thought and practices. But only a few people have to contribute that. Most of them, idiots. Or just plain common folk. Now, some people are probably going to get upset that I'm using the term idiots, but come on. Think about your everyday life. Think of the average person you bump into. Human race is not that brilliant. It's just a few advanced people advancing things. You can't contribute that to a race. But you cannot contribute evil to a race either. Humans just are. It's not bound by race. It's not bound by country. It's just bound by the individual. Period. This is going to be a first parter because there's other things that I want to say in this topic. So I'll see you in the next part.